So we got a little bit more, I guess, rumors, leaks regarding the Nintendo Switch 2. Again, I want to keep you guys up to date, but it is getting a little bit tiring talking about leaks and rumors and not getting that actual official news because, again, nothing's been official from Nintendo, so as per usual, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. That said, this one is interesting because it's regarding how many units is expected, at least, of Nintendo to be producing of this next console generation or iteration in the first fiscal year. If you enjoy this one, leave it a like, subscribe for more. I do a variety of Nintendo-based content here on the channel and all that good stuff, and it's always a good time. We got, of course, Nintendo news, gameplay, walkthroughs, unboxings, guides. I mean, you name it. If it's Nintendo, it goes on here. A little bit of everything Nintendo related. Okay, let's jump into this. So this, again, is coming from, again, I butcher people's names, so I just want to apologize in advance for my most likely butchering of said name. This is coming from Takashi Mochizuki, if I'm pronouncing his name right. And this is what it was also, posted on Bloomberg, but this was what was posted on Twitter. I'll throw it up on the screen right now. So he says that display shipment data suggests that Nintendo would make 10 million plus of next-gen console in initial FY fiscal year. Unlike the PS5 and Xbox Series X/S that faced chip shortages at launch, Nintendo's would be much easier to find at stores. And about OLED version, Omdia, I guess that was the analyst, if I remember correctly, says not, quote, for this year. End quote. So again, if you missed the previous report, this person was saying that Nintendo's new console is going to be an 8-inch LCD screen. It's going to be some kind of, I guess, maybe iteration of the Nintendo Switch. Not necessarily that it's still the Nintendo Switch, but like I keep saying, right? I give the perfect example of the DS to 3DS. Technically, the 3DS was new console, but it was still in the same kind of family of the DS, systems, if you will, if that makes sense. But it was still technically a new console. Or back in the day we had the Game Boy Advance, or we had the Game Boy, and then the Game Boy Color, and then the Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy Color was more of like the DS to the DSi. The Game Boy Color to the Game Boy Advance was more like the DS to the 3DS, right? So that's probably what we're going to be expecting for this new console iteration. But again, apparently at least 10 million in the first year, which makes it way easier to find than the PS5 and Xbox Series X were. People were having a pretty hard time finding those for quite some time. So it's good to know that at least, from these suggestions and these reports and whatnot, that hopefully, if true, the Nintendo Switch 2, whatever it's going to be called, is going to be a little bit easier to find than the PS5 and Xbox Series X were. Because again, those were very hard for quite some time, for like the first even 2 years maybe. They were pretty kind of scarce. So hopefully there's plenty, and the more that there are, the less likelihood of scalpers, right? Don't be a scalper. I know it's hard times, guys. I know. I get it, but nobody likes scalpers, okay? Find another way to make some money. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you hope to see from this next console, from Nintendo. Again, I'm expecting to see it sometime soon. I mean, if it's coming out later, 2024, they could reveal it as late as maybe like the summertime. So we could be close to seeing a reveal. We could be far from seeing a reveal. I don't know. But whenever we do, I'll let you guys know here on the channel. So keep it locked. Subscribe for more. Leave it a like if you enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys soon. Till then, my friends, game on. Thanks for watching.